to Monday nights. What are we doing? Oh yeah, this is the conversion masterclass. Right, this is Facebook ads, landing pages, all that good stuff. How to make more money with your store, how to actually get your store profitable, get out of the weeds and go earn some money. How does that sound? That's my favorite thing. I know if that's your favorite thing. That's my favorite thing. Sup, Kelly? Sup, Renee? Now, before we get started, if you are watching this and thinking that it's all too hard, and you wish there was some kind of a cheat code that could make your store instantly profitable, there is. You can have Freedom Club build you a store. We can make you one using everything that we know that we can guarantee you will be 100% profitable when we hand it over to you. And if you do want to have a chat with me about what that looks like, how much that might cost, and whether or not that's for you, click that link, book in a chat with me over on Calendly. I'll give you the whole rundown on how that works. And if you like the idea, book in a call. All right. Yo, Andy. Kelly, you jumped in the meeting by accident, but it's actually good because you need a new complimentary grate. You should have been in the last one, Kelly. We were doing products then. Joshil, I am doing well. Hope you are too. Annalisa, welcome. Ashton, welcome. Your favorite hour of the week? It's one of my 2 favorite hours because I got Wednesdays as well. All right. Sup, Alex and Jen? You'll have to excuse my camera for the day. I was doing some shooting of my new products and I took my camera from here and was clicking on the new products in my light box, and I popped it up here and the settings have all changed and it looks weird. I don't know. It looks weird to me. It is what it is though. Maybe it's too bright and a little bit too harsh. And it's like, I think I can see a bit of grain in there, but anyway, maybe I'm just being pedantic. I'll fix it for next week. Okay. Let me share my screen and see what questions we got. 8 questions. Now, we did a lot of work this past couple of weeks. On Monday, I showed you guys the Facebook ad structure that I'm using. That's working really, really well for me. And on Wednesday, I showed you guys how you can use AI to make some incredible ads using the recipes provided to us by ArcAds. Now, I don't have anything new to teach you. It's just my store, my snoring store, just based on what I was teaching you guys over the past few weeks, has now become profitable. So if you're finding yourself in a situation where you've been chasing profitability for a while and you haven't quite found it yet and you're wondering what it is, starts with your ad structure. That really, really helps. Okay? Second thing you want to be looking at is the 3 big things, right? The 3 pillars that hold up your entire business: your ads, your landing page, and your emails. It's got to be one or all of those things. Now, for me to get my snoring store profitable, it was a mixture of those things. And I didn't quite find the way to make it profitable until I really started playing with those things. What do I mean when I say playing with those things? Let me show you. Eric, first marketing call, you got 3 sales before launch, and now you got 7 sales. Holy crap, Eric. Well done. Well done. That's amazing. Show me your URL and we'll take a look. All right, so how did I get this store profitable? I went through many stages. First one was the fact that I could get sales at stage 1. Can you actually get sales of your product? If you can, beautiful. You're going the right way. I got sales, but I was not able to get this thing profitable. And it's week 5 now. I've sold 100 of these, if you can believe it, and just broke even until recently. Now, when things started to turn around, so I had decent ads. We were getting decent sales from those decent ads. Not profitable, but still getting consistent sales. I did a lot of A/B testing on my landing page. And we landed on what I think is a very clean design. I want to take you guys through this process a little bit. No, I don't need the URL. I need the URL to your store. Let's take a look at what you're doing. We'll see if we can help you push it even further. You made a retargeting campaign, had the best day of sales today. Congratulations. I will go through the process here, right? I'll go through the process. So this is where I landed on for the landing page. There wasn't a lot here that made or break my sales. Like, yes, this, I feel like what you're seeing here is definitely the best that I've been able to get it. And I've tested worse configurations, but when I change things around, when I change around the order of things and the way that I'm presenting the information, it doesn't make sales better. It just makes sales worse. So I knew that it wasn't my landing page. And I only knew that through patience and A/B testing. If you're not doing A/B testing, it's probably the best thing to do, but you've just got to be patient. So fixing the landing page made things worse until I found what made things the best, okayest, if that makes sense. Now from there, I honed in on my ads, making sure that I had a very good ad structure. And what ad structure am I using lately on all my stores? Let me show you. Let me just go through this. I won't go through it in detail. If you want detail, head over to my YouTube channel and look at last Monday. That will give you detail on exactly how I set this up, exactly how to make the audiences that I talk about, and you can do it for yourself. It's not something you can necessarily do right now with the retention, and I'll explain why. So we have 3 main campaigns. We have retargeting, we have retention, we have prospecting. And you can see here, things were not looking so great. Things were looking slightly better. Things are now looking really good. And now things are looking very, very, very good. Now, how does this work? Prospecting is only looking for new customers. We have ad sets within here. This is a CBO campaign. Ad sets in here. These are all broad with no more than 5 ads in them. And the best ads, I wind up putting all into the one ad set so that they can all work together. So this is my best ads here. Now, how is the targeting? This is an open targeting ad set. The one thing that you have to do is you have to teach Facebook about your audiences by linking your email to Facebook. So here we can go into, this should be further limiting the reach of these ads, honestly. There should be clicking here, but I'm not there yet. So I should be taking out anybody who's, in fact, I'll probably show you in a different account how this should be set up, because I just noticed that's not quite right. All right, one sec, guys. Let me show you through. Should you always aim for 5? No, look, 4 is good. 4 is a good amount. I picked 5 because I had 5 and I couldn't choose between the last one. I don't like to overthink things too much. So between 4 and 5. All right, so let's go back into that. This is home craftology. So we have prospecting, retargeting, retention. You can see most of my profits coming from retargeting and retention here, like an enormous amount of profit. So prospecting, it really should look like this, where how many ads? So in these packs for home craftology, we have 5 ads in here. And in this pack 2, you have 5 ads in here. You should probably have 4. I chose 5 because I didn't want to have 3 packs. It's just, don't think too much about it, but no more than 5. The best way to do this, guys, is to have an ad set. And think about it like this. Inside this ad set, I need to have enough different ads that someone could just see the 4 or 5 ads in this ad set and choose to buy. So one ad for every type of mood that they're in. You know, are we showing them the quality of the product? Are we showing them how trustworthy we are? Are we showing them how the product works, the features of it, the benefits that product is going to have? And that your ad set should have a good mix of all of those. So here I've got a good mix of those, and the same for ad set 2. It's another good mix so that these can work by themselves to bring sales in. And you can see here pack 2 was the one that's had most of the spend and been getting the most sales. Now, inside of a pack, we do a little bit of sneakiness with our with our audiences. Now you see here how it's telling me to switch back to a recommended setup. That's because I'm not using a recommended setup. I have a custom setup here for audiences, and I'm excluding people who have purchased, people who visited the cart. I am excluding people who have engaged with my store and people who have engaged with my Instagram. And the reason why we're doing that is this is prospecting. We're trying to teach prospecting to find new customers, preferably ones who are ready to buy. And so that allows my retargeting and my retention to pick them up. Now with retargeting, if we look at this, so we have my best one here is obviously add to carters, but the one that spent the most amount of money is my Instagram engagers. So what are we doing for Instagram engagers? We have a narrow audience to find. Facebook doesn't want you to do this, but I'm telling you, this is the strategy. So inside here, we are including people who have looked out or engaged with my social media in the past 15 days. And that means people who have interacted with my ad in the past 15 days. Now, we're excluding people who've purchased. We're excluding all the customers that I have in my email list. All of them are excluded from this. I'm only interested in people who haven't yet purchased. How do you link Omnisend? You go into Omnisend, you go and create a segment in Omnisend. And once you've done that, you go and you click share with Facebook. If you want detailed information on how to do that, go into last Monday's call and I explain it in detail. I don't want to spend this entire session explaining that, but I just want to show you guys the basics, okay? Those are the basics. This is how you should be setting up your campaigns to win in 2026. Is it 2026? Yeah, it is. It is. I got the year right. That's how you should be setting up your campaigns to win. And yes, it's very powerful and amazing. So the details are on my YouTube channel. Feel free to like and subscribe to the YouTube channel while you're there because it helps me out. That is the strategy. Now, for No Snore Store, I implemented the ads. They did okay, but I wasn't there yet. The big problem that I had for the No Snore Store was my email sign-up rate on Omnisend was 3.5%. Now, I know from my experience, I can't make a profitable store if only 3.5% of people are signing up to my email list. How did I fix that? I did a couple of things. First thing I did, if you go to my No Snore Store, you'll see this section here called Take Our Quiz. This section allows you to start a quiz to answer if this product is going to work for you. A lot of people sign this up. A lot of people do this. They tell me about themselves. They tell me about their history. And then they add their email in and they see their results. And it tells you, no matter what you put in, it tells you, yeah, this is going to work for you. buy my shit. And how I did this is so simple, guys. I talked to Claude. If I show you my code. So this is in addition to my pop-up. I also have this as a email getting strategy. Do I keep the data they give you? Oh, hell yeah. It goes into my email list. Everything about them. The products they've tried. The things that they're here for, whether or not they're here for themselves or their partner. Yeah, it's stored in Omnisend as their customer information. So this is it here, the problem breakdown. No, that's not it. It's up here. The No Snore quiz. Right here. Now, how I did this, I told Claude, I said, I want you to build for me a Shopify section that allows me to have a quiz. I had it write the quiz for me. So all the questions you see here are hard-coded into the quiz. You can customize some of the stuff here, but this is hard-coded for my website. So there's no point me giving you this code. But Claude can make it for you. If we go here, just to show you how it's done, if we go up to the top right-hand corner here and click on the three dots and say edit code, we come to this scary code editor. Now, if you say to Claude, make me a section, it will make you a section. What you do in your code editor is you go into your sections, you right click and you go new file, type in the name, you might call it quiz dot liquid, liquid, and you get a blank. You see I've already got another one there. different spelling. You get a blank quiz.liquid and Claude will give you a code that you pop into here. Now the code might not work. If it doesn't work, don't panic. Just tell Claude what the error is. It will fix itself. It's very, very, very good. And I even said to it, we didn't just stop at making the quiz. We're like, okay, let's keep going, Claude. What else can we do? So it ended up being able to add all of those details into my tracking, into Google Analytics, into my Facebook ad tracking. It added all of those, everything I could have ever wanted in a quiz. It added them. And that gets me a few email signups. That helped. But then I installed Alia. And this isn't an ad for Alia. I don't have an affiliate system with them or anything. This is just me telling you, Alia is an incredible tool for email signups. How this works is it can give you it's got multiple types of signups. The one that I'm using here, I think, is the scratchy one. I have found for a lot of my websites, the scratchy one is the best, but I am testing a few. So you do it. This is what worked for me. You've got a mystery discount. We click claim. You put your email address in and you claim your discount. And I'll put it in here. You get your discount. I got 10% off. Use this at checkout. So that is what's given me my sign up rate. And I've tested over this past week about 5 different versions of this form where I've edited the colors, I edited the text here. I've tested putting a 20% discount in here versus a mystery discount. I've tested this to make sure that this is the best text that I can use, that claim my mystery discount is the best text that I can use on the button here. And slowly we've built this up to a 9% sign up rate. And that has allowed me to start to get sales on this that are profitable. Now, the last thing, on Friday, things were starting to turn around. One of the things you'll notice when your store starts to turn around is all of a sudden you'll start to get lots of add to carts, lots of checkouts, maybe not a lot of purchases, and that's when you're close. If you're finding on your store that that's something like you're getting a lot of people adding to cart, checking out, not purchasing, you might need to think of your pricing strategy. Now, I used to give people 20% off as a welcome bonus, and it kind of worked really, really well. And to counteract that, my product price was much higher. But what I actually found converted better for me was bringing this cost down from $79 to $69 and reducing my discount from 20% to 10%. That seems to have worked the best. And for me, it was this sweet spot of having the landing page at its most optimized, the ads at their most optimized, the email sign-up rate at its most optimized, and then having the price point at the most optimized price point. That's how you make your store profitable. Now, you may be at a point where you can't reduce your price because then you're not profitable, and that's the tricky bit. That's why not every product can be drop shipped. But that's the process, guys, and we go around in a circle. It took me 5 weeks, and I've been doing this a long time, and this was a really challenging product. After a change, how long will I test before moving on? It's not about how long, it's about how many views. So if we go into Alia, I don't think I'm doing any A/B testing. But I was doing, so when I did A/B testing on Alia, I like to have a minimum of 100 views on the pop-up before I make a decision. So 100 views on the pop-up is probably like $100 in traffic before I decide if pop-up A is better than pop-up B. You usually wait for these calls, but you love to be more proactive. Don't wait for my calls. You need to be proactive. If you want to succeed in this, you need to keep the momentum going and not just ask me for my opinion of what to do next, but try different ideas that you have of what you think you should do next. It can only get worse, but it could get better. In each ad set, should the 4 to 5 ads be based on the same angle, but showing different benefits? Probably not. It's not the angle that we're going for. And look, I'm not doing it the best that I've ever seen it being done. I've seen other marketers do it better than I do it. The way that I think about this, or the way that I've been taught to think about this, is each pack should be talking to a specific persona. So you can go through with Claude, and I do recommend this with Claude, have it do deep research on your niche, have it do deep research on your product, and have it decide the 10 best avatars who are going to buy your product and tell it to list you the reasons why and score them. Having Claude go back and score its own work is a great way to make sure that Claude's giving you good information and good data. Claude is so underutilized in the Shopify verse, especially with connectors to Klaviyo, Canva, Higgs. It is. I can tell you I'm using Claude to my fullest potential that I'm happy to use it with. I don't use it for absolutely everything. And I want you guys to promise me one thing. Okay, we don't trust Claude with decisions. You don't take a screenshot of your ads and give that to Claude and say, Claude, what am I doing wrong? Claude is not an ad professional. It is a text prediction tool. Okay, it works by looking at what prompt you've put in and giving you the next predicted text that has the most highest outcome of being correct. It doesn't have the ability to look in your ads and go, you know what, Chris, $76 cost per purchase. We'd like to bring that down a little bit by bringing your CPM down by applying this. No, it doesn't do anything like that. It just tries to wing it. Okay, it's like asking a 12-year-old kid if he did his homework who didn't do it to kind of just stand up and wing it. And that's what Claude does. It just makes shit up as it goes along. But what it does really, really well is writing prompts, writing analyses of markets. It does really well at ad copy. Don't have it write your ads for you. Have it give you options. Have it do the research on your niche, your competitors, to find your avatars and have it write ads for those avatars. So one of the things in home craftology that really started to help was having my ads right. My prospecting ads are all written to people who've never heard of diamond painting before. So we have ad copy in here, things like, if you're tired of doom scrolling, if you want a quiet night, this is a relaxing hobby. If you're new to this, it's like paint by numbers. So we're telling people what this is first a lot more. With my ads for retargeting, it's more like, hey, you saw this, come back and buy it. I don't need to sell it to them anymore. I need to bring them back with some kind of an offer. So we actually give them like a VIP 15 code, which allows them to get 15% off. It's the same code in my welcome series. And then for my retention is using far more language to people who love the craft, who know what the language is. And we're like, hey, you know us, you trust us. One more isn't going to hurt. Like one more won't hurt the stash. So come on back. And so the language changes based on where they are in my journey. That's how I do it. Other way to do it is to change the language and change the ads for a persona. Like you may have, for my snoring store, for example, right now the ads that are working are geared towards 40-year-old men like me. So I should probably go and create a new pack of ads talked to by a 40-year-old woman talking to women who snore. I should also make a set of ads from a man's perspective who has a wife who snores. I should also make another pack of ads from a woman's perspective who has a husband who snores. And those are all the things I need to knock out over the next couple of weeks to make my next set of packs. Does that make sense? Damon, just wondering, is my bundles priced correctly? 3 are cheaper than 1. Yeah, my bundles are priced correctly. 3 are cheaper than 1 for sure, because that's price per unit. So it's actually, hopefully, if I got this right, 100. Yeah, that works out. So yeah, they're priced correctly. All right, now I can't stress enough, guys. Email submit rates for you guys who are having and struggling to get over the 2 to 3% email sign up rate. Install Alia. It is not cheap. It is $100 a month, but you get 2 weeks for free to make sure this is going to work for you before they charge you. So you can make it. They have run a few tests. I haven't had a store where it hasn't worked. I've had some stores, for this one, for example, where it was challenging. At first, in my other stores, adding Alia was an instant success. In this one, I had to do a lot more testing to get it right before it started working. but then I also had to get my price point right. And the reason why it kind of dawned on me that my price point wasn't right was because Alia opens up my other Omnisend pop-up opened up. Now in Omnisend and in Klaviyo, we usually have like 12 to 15, even 20 seconds as the pop-up time. Now with Alia, it's different. They have a dynamic AI pop-up that pops up when it thinks the user needs to see it. So it pops up a lot earlier. And it pops up also, it has a very good detection of when someone's going to leave the page, and it pops up when it detects someone's about to leave. So with that, it was popping up early and people weren't putting their details in. And I got to thinking, well, that makes sense. If you get to my website, right, if you pop in here, the first thing you see is the price. If this is just too high for you to even consider, then no matter what I do, you're not going to give me your email address. And by popping it up early, it kind of dawned on me, okay, we could be dealing with a price point issue here. And when I put the price down $10, all of a sudden we have people, way more people signing up to the email list. And that's was telling me, okay, we're onto something here. And it just took a couple of days more for the sales to start sort of, piling in from there. Is Alia hard to set up? No, Alia is probably one of the easiest apps that you can download to set up. I mean, it's expensive. And that's probably why it's so good, is because you're paying for the money. The A/B testing setup for this is probably the easiest that I've ever seen. Basically, if I wanted to do an A/B test, I do the 3 dots, I go duplicate as a draft. Oops, I got 2 by accident then. I'll archive this one. I would go in here and I would just change what I want to test. Think big, test everything. Test having a logo here versus not having a logo here. Test having a different image there. On Homecraftology, I've got diamonds in the background, and that worked really well. And I have different text on Homecraftology that works really well. So test everything. And if you don't know what to test, it has an automated testing setup so that it can do the test for you, and you just let it run and you choose the winner and it goes on to the next test. So that's pretty good too. But yeah, I make my my second one here that I want to test, and then I press the start new A/B test, and off it goes. And it's testing 2 different ones. All right. That's enough of me. You struggle to test with a gift product on Alia. How do I suggest to set that up? A gift product? You mean giving a free product as a gift? How would I give a free product as a gift? I would probably do it in a very similar way. I would have Alia. You may need to combine 2 apps for this. I would have it do something like this, and then this would obviously, instead of mystery discount, it's going to be like free gift. And free gift will be my code. I think you can make it so that there's apps that you can get where someone puts in a code and it automatically puts their item into cart. So I would think you could try and do that. Have a look at some secondary apps for free gift giveaways. And I also think you could do something with I know that the bundle apps can do free giveaways, but you want to do it only if they sign up. Yeah, you might need to look at a different thing. Now, Eric, I did see it. I just wanted to get through some content first, mate. Let's take a look at it now. Align rests. What are you selling? Oh yeah, the orthopedic. Oh yeah, yeah. we have another student who's done very well with these. So I am not surprised at all that you're doing well. This is a bit of a tripwire product. Your cost per purchase will go up, and it will go up to the point where you're breaking even. So you're going to have to figure out a good strategy to make your average order volumes quite large. And it could be that you add more products that people who like this are going to go buy. But yeah, good work, my friend. Good work. It's really fantastic. Yeah, I wouldn't use. I do love caching, but I probably wouldn't use it for this particular thing that you want to do. All right, let's go answer these questions. Where are the questions? All right, Jashil. You've edited the Alia pop-up sitting at 2.4. Yep, that's the bit that bit there is what you need to fix. We need to get it up to like 8-9%. You've changed your caching bundles. You've changed the ad set to CBO. You've fixed it per Wednesday. Could I please review the ad performance? Okay. Yes, you should. You should definitely launch ads. That's what this call is all about. All right. CBO, let's have a look and see if this is set up correctly. We've got pack 1, inside pack 1, broad audience. Now, what you need to do, guys, if you want to set, like, this is okay. You can continue with this. But if you want to set up your CBO properly, we've got to click further limit the reach of your ads. We've got to click further limit the reach of your ads. Again, Facebook doesn't want you to do this, but honestly, we have to do it. And then under custom audience, we need to add your exclusions. And this is where we're only after people who haven't engaged. So you should have set up your custom audiences for people who've engaged with your page and people who've engaged with your Insta. We should have set up your custom audiences for purchases, and they should be taken out of the prospecting campaign as well. If and only if you're trying to scale. If you're just starting out and you don't know if you're going to get sales yet, if it's your first week or two, we're not doing this yet, okay? This is just for scale. Just for the people in this call who've already had 5 to 10 purchases. That's when we start to do our exclusions in our campaign here. And if you've only had 2 sales, okay, no problem, Joshua, no problem at all. It's not ready for you to do any of that yet, because you need to actually have people who've added to cart and engage with your ads before you can go and make those audiences. So we're not there yet for you. Okay, you've got 3 ads in your stack. We've spent a lot of money on C1, but it was the static that got the sale. Your CTR is good. Your cost per link click is expensive because your CPM is outrageous. $87 CPM. That's crazy. We need to get that down. Okay, this is the ridiculously good-looking model that doesn't exist. All right, gotcha. I don't like your post. You see how in your post we've got pack more, stress less, travel organized, and aeroplane, and then blank space. You're paying money, but you're not using your whole space in your ad here. This ad, the copy, it sucks. It's really, really bad. There's too much white space. We're not really using it well. We're not telling a story. We're not really giving an offer. You probably need to redo it, honestly. All right. So why is the CPM so high? That's the question I got. Why is your CPM so high? The ad itself, there's nothing you're doing wrong on the ad that would tell me that it's the cause of your CPM being high on the page. No, there's nothing here that would cause it. This is not good. Get rid of this. Keep things really simple. The rest of the web page is good enough. It should be fine. I'm just wondering if this is a better first product image, because it shows it. Like this one, you're like, what am I buying here? Just the bag? Is that it? But here it's like, hey, this is the whole system. This is how it looks when it's in your bag. I think this should be your product image. Yep. Okay. So that's what I would change there. As for how this works, one sale for $171. How many add to carts have we had? It is weird. Maybe you need to check your settings. Only one add to cart and no checkout initiated. Yeah, that's not good. Not good at all. We're not looking very healthy. I'm not very happy with this. I'll be honest with you, just sure.
Heading to Europe and have too much to pack? Let me show you how I fit 2 weeks.
If this was my store, I'd be getting a bit concerned with these lack of sales. Having spent this much money. Now, we don't have many ads running. We only have the one, and it's not really working. It was pretty good, but it's not working.
Heading to Europe and have too much to pack? Let me show you how I fit 2 weeks into one bag. This is the Harvey Air Pack. It holds up to 15 items, everything you actually want to bring. Easy to use. Just pack it up, zip it shut. Then you can press it down with the air pump. 3 times smaller in seconds. Then it drops straight into your bag, organized, protected, no wasted space. That is the Flex Pack, keeping everything separated and easy to find. Everything fits, nothing left behind. That is how I jump.
All right, I wouldn't be jumping ship just yet. Keep your budgets low while we sort this out. But the biggest concern for me is your sign-up rate. We have to get that above 2%. So I wouldn't be looking to pivot yet. I would be looking to add more ads, but just chill, get that sign-up rate up. You can't run a dropshipping business with anything less than 7 to 8% sign-up rate. It's just not possible. So that's the focus for the week. Get your sign-up rate fixed. Okay. Jess, if an ad's performance over the last 7 days is below breaking even ROAS, and the last 14 days is just breaking even, but the lifetime data since launching it 5 weeks ago looks decent, what do I do? That's difficult for me to say what to do because every situation is different. But you have to ascertain first, is that ad a top of funnel ad? Or is that ad a bottom of funnel ad? If it's a non-profitable bottom of funnel ad, I probably would kill it. If it's a non-profitable top of funnel ad, that may be the only thing that's kind of working. It may not be working well enough, but it's working. And you may need other better performing backup ads to mop up the sales to help out. I've got ads that give me $50 to $60 conversions, and Facebook spends all my money on those ads. And that's not a bad thing. That's just the top of funnel ad. It's the retargeting ads that come in underneath it that should be making the sales. Because very few people buy your product the first time they see it in the newsfeed, right? Rich, lift aura. Yeah, the problem is you've only got first-time visitors. Turn that off. That's silly. Here, let me show you mine. Here's my trigger. Open after 5 seconds. Smart trigger on. Look, it depends. Other stores I have the exit intent turned on. This one doesn't. I don't want to mess with it because it's working for me right now on this store, and I really don't want to mess with it. But certainly wouldn't be having anything on about whether or not it's their first time on my website. This is mine, Jashil. So take a screenshot. But that's my triggers, and that's my filters. We're not overcooking this. All right, so Rich, the CBO is not going so well, but more sales in Triple Whale. Yeah, look, the CBO doesn't I think they're clicking to see the guy then bouncing. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, maybe. That's the bad thing about having someone too good looking in your ads is people click on it wanting to see more of them, and they're like, oh, it's just a bag store. I was here for the hotness. All right. So, Rich, CBO. Like, if you look at Homecraftology CBO, it's ROAS is 1.5, so break even. And for a product like yours, I probably wouldn't expect the CBO, if you've set it up correctly, to necessarily be doing well. But thing is, it's often like, because the way we're doing this now, and wait a minute, maybe you haven't set this up as top of funnel like I have. Let me have a look. No, you haven't. You haven't. This isn't top of funnel. This is just a regular CBO. Okay. Just disregard everything I just said. What's this one? Ad set level budget's working okay for you. Okay. But your CBO is not. So in your ad set budget optimized campaign, we've got this one that's not doing so great at $100, and this one that is doing great. I'd probably turn this one off just to see if this one's going to continue doing well, because it's looking so promising and it's profitable. And whatever angle you're doing here, let's make more of this angle. It's obviously working well. So sitting down AI is working. Stiff after work is on, but really the money's all been spent on... that's a $77 purchase. That's nearly profitable. Desk fast UGC edit. It doesn't want me to play it. That's probably an ad that is nearly working. I'm not sure why you turn it off. $70 a purchase is actually pretty good for this product. I'd probably turn that one back on and have a rethink about my strategy for those other ones. Now, CBO, what's actually getting spent? Founder ad, you've spent $152 and it's not working. So the founder ad's not working for you. We need some more. Sitting down AI, $94 a purchase. Another purchase on that and you're down to $50 a purchase. So I think that's probably still got legs. Turning off the founder ad was the right thing to do, allowing all of these to have more spend. I think your ABO, it just needs more time to cook now. That's what I think. Sorry, your CBO. I meant your CBO. It needs more time to cook. And at the same time, considering that I probably wouldn't change your ads right now, what's with these ridiculously good-looking AI people? Because we're not going to change your ads. Oh, was that right? No, it was right. It just, that link didn't work. Website's fantastic. Good, yeah, you're doing all the right things. Now, your pack here, your bundle here, do you sell any of those? Does it sell? Hey, which one of you is going on my website right now and checking out because you want to see my emails? I see what you're doing. Three, not bad. 80% of customers 55 plus are adding new ads. Yeah, you're doing the right things, my friend. You're doing the right things. I want to let this cook for a little while longer. I want you to focus on your pop-up. I want you to give them a really good offer. If you have to increase your price or decrease it to get that pop-up, we got to try all these ideas, but we got to get that sign-up rate working. What's this? Store quality by Google. I've never seen that before. Interesting. Interesting. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. All right. Yeah, Rich, we'll have a look at your store on Wednesday again. All right. Delphine, Home Pure ads, ABO2, CBO winning ads didn't work well. You're going to do the switch to Omnisend? Yeah, it's a good move. Good move. Okay. ABO, $76 a purchase. CBO, $255. And no purchases. Cart. Checkout. You had one add to cart for $259. So there's something going on there that's wrong with your CBO. Inside your ABO, you're getting $30 purchases in Moving in Dirty Place. So Moving in Dirty Place 1 and 2, those are your best ads. I don't know why we're not focusing on that one. So in your CBO, pack 1, if you look at what your spend was mostly spent on the tile grout, versatile use. I'd be taking the angle of that's working here, Moving in Dirty Place. Add both of these to the CBO with a couple of image ads. Why test stuff that's not working? Put this in the CBO. Put your best ads that are giving you the best profit. That's what it's for. It's to focus on them. And since they are, you could even add a couple of image ads that talk about these things. And then your CBO might actually work. We got a lot here that's not working, that needs to sort of die off. Like the versatile use isn't really working. The busy mums didn't work, which you have turned off, which is good. But we do have something that is working, Moving in Dirty Place. Focus on what's working. Make more ads like that. And even if you've got something that's really working in your ads, figure out what it is. Something in here that's working. Is it the story of a dirty landlord? Is it the clips that you've got that's making this work? So maybe redo this video with a different story, a different angle, taking the exact same video, adding different text and different voice to test out whether or not it's the clips or the story that's making this work, so that you can start to understand what makes your audience tick. And that sort of A/B testing, figuring out, is it this or is it this? That's how you end up understanding the audience and get results like mine. You got to understand what your audience wants to see, which requires you to see what they don't want to see. All right? Okay. Moving on, Alex and Jen. Cleaner. New product second time. I don't know if I have Cleaner, but I will check it out. Come back. Oh, I do have Cleaner. My bad. I do have Cleaner. Mini vacuum, one purchase. Ooh. Yikes. A lot spent here that's not working. And what has worked is a static image. Is there any way to change your ad copy without creating a new ad? Yeah, you can add some extra copy in. No, you can't. You can't, because you did this in the same way where you've used a post ID. Nope. You need to create a new ad. Don't get too attached to your post ID. Alex, you're getting ad click-throughs. Seems people are adding to cart. You've only had 2 purchases. Trialing different ads after correctly setting up initially and trying to optimize the product page, but you're not sure whether to call it or not. Second purchase today. If you're getting add to carts, Alex and Jen, what's your product again? What's your page? Whose is this one that I'm looking at? Oh, this is you. This is you. My bad. I forgot. I got the memory of a fish bowl. No. Wait, memory of a goldfish. Okay. First of all, are you getting email signups? Because I bet you're not. You know why? Because your images here suck. This doesn't look very exciting. Cleaner handheld cordless vacuum. Yeah, I have seen someone sell this exact product and make $100,000 a month. But the difference is they picked a niche. You've picked broad cleaning. They picked a very specific hobby, and they said, this is the vacuum you need to clean up after yourself when you do this hobby. And I'm not going to tell you what it is because I don't want you to copy their exact angle. But if you think about what I sell, diamond paintings, I'm not saying sell this for diamond painting people because it probably wouldn't work. But you spill your diamonds, you use this to clean them up. Now that's a use case. That's a reason to buy this. What you've got here is just we can pick up some crumbs. Oh, and hey, clean up your computer keyboard. That's actually a good angle, but it's not your overall angle. The angle that you're going for is don't have a bulky vacuum, but that's a silly angle because we all have bulky vacuums because we know vacuums have a bigger suction power. You can't compare this to that. We use this in a different way for a different purpose. What is your angle? I've seen another student sell these as part of like an RV angle where they take this in their camping in their trailer or whatever. You do have keyboards a bit here. You could go and make this an office keyboard cleaner. That might not be a bad angle. My keyboard is disgusting. I would probably look down at my keyboard and go, you know what, fair call. I could probably use this daily and get rid of all of the cookie crumbs. I don't eat cookies, but probably more like the Doritos crumbs. Maybe that's the angle you go down, like a Doritos covered keyboard. Linda, I mentioned don't get too attached to your ad post. Austin mentions it in the course. When you first start out, the easiest way for someone who's never done this before to make their first few sales is to have an ad that has ad love on it, because you got people there and they're like saying this is a great product, so you have that trust. That's for beginners. It's great. It will help you. It can actually help you to have ad love. It can. When you get to our level and you need to test ideas quickly and you need to test copy and you need to scale and make more money, ad ID becomes almost irrelevant. So I don't even bother using it. Does that make sense, Linda? Does that make sense to everybody else? The course is there to help you be the most profitable you can be as fast as possible. This part of the course, we're here to tell you how the big boys scale, to get you scaled up high enough to get into the higher level course, which is the big boy scaling course. Everywhere you go, there's always a bigger fish. Anyway, Alex and Jen, I want you to reconsider the angle that you're using and find the right angle for you. Give me a proper reason to buy this. And until then, just turn your ads off for now. We've got a couple of sales. We know we can sell this. Now it comes down to the angle that you're going to use in your ads, the angle you're going to use in your pop-up, the audience you're going to sell this to. That's the bit you got to find now. I think you're on the right path. But it's time to lock in, dial it in, and find the avatar that's going to buy this. Miguel, please review ad account for Aussie Outlet. Okay. Oh. Your static ad had no love. That was just your one sale. Look, the ad love helps your first sales. It doesn't guarantee it. And ads without ad love can absolutely do well. All right, these guys. This is the... Cool. Thank you so much, Miguel. Thank you. That's what I needed to see. Okay. This is Miguel's competitor. I wasn't sure how to sell this product before because it's not something I would ever consider buying. And these guys are selling it. Their angle is buy one, get one free. Everywhere. It's all over their ads, buy one, get one free. They've been running their ads since June. So I can't guarantee these are profitable. They've only been running for like 3-4 weeks. Wait a minute. April, May, June. Are we in June? Yeah, that's about 6 weeks. All right, so they're doing okay. Their landing page. 7 reasons heavy screen users are switching to red. So this is a really good landing page. 50% off? Hell yeah. Yeah, give me that shit. An error occurred. Well, damn, that sucks. All right, they've got very good imagery, very good animation. I mean, all AI. And this is what we call a pre-sale page. There's nothing on here to buy. They're teaching me about the products. Now, when I want it, they got the offer here. Buy one, get one free. Yes. And here we go. Here's the buy one, get one free. You could copy this entire business model and make a page like that if you want. And I would probably recommend you give that a try. If it's working for them, it may work for you. $87 gets me 2 of these. Okay. Their website is good. It's not as clean as I would like it. It could be improved. That's nice. Like, evidence is good. This is terrible. Terrible formatting. And they got other stuff here. Eye masks, nasal strips, all that stuff. Oh yeah. I should sell eye masks and nasal strips and noise cancelling earbuds. I might. Those are good ideas. All right. Let's look at yours. Yours is Aussie Outlet. So already though, these guys have got the cool factor. They're called a horror. Their website is slick. It's not Aussie Outlet. So just bear in mind, branding can really help, which is why for my No Snore store, I wanted it branded really cool. I wanted it to be different and sort of like sporty, even though snoring isn't really sporty. I don't know. I envisioned fat Adidas wearing dads who reminisce about being fit and athletic. That's what I wanted to build, something for them. That's why I built it that way. Okay, Aussie Outlet. $200 spent. No purchases yet. Cost per link click is high because your CTR is a bit low. And your CPM is about medium. It's not bad, not good. So what this is telling me is red light glasses are not just an easy product to sell. You're going to have a little bit of X factor to sell these. And I bet you we're not there yet. $150 for sleep angle. Now looking at the ads doing well for these guys. Let's look at April.
$1 blue light glasses versus $100 blue light glasses.
All right, they're showcasing here crappy cheap ones versus theirs.
Jokes aside, these are actually less than 100.
Say goodbye to eye strain. So the angle that they're doing here is quality. Eyes burning after hours behind a screen. Okay, your ads here.
I was sleeping 8 hours a night and still waking up exhausted every single morning. Groggy, foggy, running on caffeine by 9 a.m.
It's such a generic AI ad. It's not showing the product. I mean, it's already been 12 seconds. We're not even showing the product yet. Versus this one.
$1 blue.
The moment that you're in, he's showing you the product. That's the difference between theirs and yours. Your angles are not working. Their angles are. So we spent on this one here. This is...
So these are the Easy Eyes blue light glasses, red lens for night. They block 99% of blue light. I put them on and I'm actually tired by the time.
I would like to see what happens when we turn off the woman in bed and just see what happens with the banana guy. Let's see if he can sell the product. her click through was better, but I think that was more people wanting to see if she's on the landing page because, you know, hot girl in bed. It doesn't seem like that angle was working. It got people interested, didn't get them really wanting to buy the product. And then looking at your landing page, okay, BOGO deal versus buy one, get one free. Yeah, pop-up sucks, by the way. Just to throw that in there, just to add insult to injury. Look, I don't love this. I really don't love this because BOGO deal is not forthcoming. It should just be buy one, get one free. And then this one here, we got buy one, get one free. Good. That's fine. But theirs is far better because it says buy one, get one. It explains you're going to get 2 pairs. It explains they're going to be $43 each. Buy 2, get 2 free, and they're $36 each. Theirs makes more sense. You're showing the bigger number, and that's probably why it doesn't work so much. Sleep better, see clearer, holistic blue light protection, support deeper, more restorative sleep. I don't know, why are we talking about sleep? They're talking about eye fatigue, migraines, blocks blue light. One little bit about deeper sleep here. Screens wreck your eyes, sleep and mood. These glasses fix it naturally. Man, what I want you to do is, your angle's all wrong. This isn't a sleep product. Sleeping is just one of the things that it kind of helps with. It's the eye strain that this is actually dealing with. Do I recommend putting hot avatars on the landing page as a static image photo? The only hot person I have on my landing pages is my wife on Homecraftology. I don't want the model to outshine the product. So no, I don't believe in doing that unless it's your wife or your husband. And they also just happen to be hot. I hope she heard that. In the ads, I use her in my ads. I've honestly found that most of the time, those boring talking to the camera ads, that's not really what you need anymore. You need a little bit more than that. And the best way for me to sell products has just been to get in front of the camera myself. I don't really want to start stores unless I have the ability to get in front of the camera anymore. Because I have the ability to go in there and test a new angle without relying on any AI to go record it and all that stuff. And then without relying on a UGC person to go do it, I can just get in front of the camera and test out a new angle. And if the angle works, then I can pay for a UGC person to do it. Like, so what I've done today, I've got one ad that is killing it. It's been killing it for weeks on the No Snore store. So it's one of my founder ads. So I rewrote the text today so that it's the same text without being a founder ad. And now I'm going to send that to a UGC person and have them read that and do that for me. All right. That's all we have time for today, guys. For everyone that I didn't get to, please, I was only 2 of you, please drop your questions into Wednesday night's call. And if you do that now, there's a very good chance I'm going to get to them. For everybody else, I see today you've all got a lot of work to do. So I won't hold you up any longer. Keep that momentum up, guys. Go and make good decisions. Go and keep learning about your audience, what they like, what they don't like. Keep honing in your angle and keep finding out what works for you and your niche. And I'll see you guys on Wednesday.